Hey, traders, welcome to episode 773 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here, and I appreciate it. And also, happy Thanksgiving. Hold on, sorry. Let me turn off the beams, the holy Jesus beams. Sorry, man. It's been a long day, full of eating and drinking and football, and, you know, it's a good time. So, it takes a lot out of you, right? Did y'all have a good Thanksgiving? Let me know while I work on this. Hold on. Yeah, it's under weather. Okay, there we go.
Bruh.
Everything's looking good. All right, so Bitcoin, 74.83, up about $50 on the day. Not much happening. Not any higher than the 25% trend line of the equidistant channel yet. The good news is you are above the October 24th low, and you've stayed above it now, right? You broke it a couple days ago, you've now back tested it, and now you're just sitting there, right? So waiting for a move from the market. And again, the kind of consensus has been, well, common retrace levels between 78.47 and 86.47. We haven't hit that yet, but we have exceeded the 23% level. So common retrace levels above us, not too far away. Others in this community have identified an inverse head and shoulders pattern with a neckline being around 7,400, and you've broken that, and you were holding on to it when it was once resistance. It is now support. If the measure move was to hit, we would see 81.50 or so. That is yet to be seen. Okay, working on it, man. Working on it. So turkey, oyster dressing, and green bean casserole, and broccoli casserole, and beer and bourbon. Of course, you know, the smoked turkey was amazing. Green egg, big green egg. Papa Ray traditionally takes care of that. It's wonderful. So good times, chat. Thank you all for being here, and really want to say for Thanksgiving how grateful I am for all of you, even if you're not here, because it is in fact a holiday. Very, very thankful that I've just had this opportunity, and it's extremely sometimes just impossible to articulate the right words to say for how amazing y'all are and what y'all have done to change my life forever. And I didn't know I love streaming or like streaming, but y'all, I think the people in this community have made me fall in love with streaming and broadcasting, all that stuff. So big ups to y'all. Okay, let's just play some Jesus chimes for everyone in chat. Y'all are just great. Okay, this one's for y'all. Very good. Lamb crown roast, that sounds awesome. Was it like rare, where it's like almost red, you know, or pink or whatever? You know how lamb's supposed to be. It's supposed to be good, man. What's up, Vegeta PT? Cholesterol looks bullish. Oh yeah, bullish divergence on cholesterol today and in the coming days because of leftovers, right? And possibly high blood pressure from the Iron Bowl. You know, rivalry week is here. The Egg Bowl tonight. If you didn't see it, oh my God, what a legendary finish! How do you do that? Tie the game up with no time left. And then the person who caught who tied the game up, the receiver, he celebrated by, looking like a bulldog taking a pee, with his leg up, And when he did that, they got a 15-yard penalty for the point after touchdown, and they missed it because it was just too far away. And obviously, if it was at like the 3-yard line, like normal, he could have made it, and they would have gone to overtime, and it could have been a different outcome. So what a game, man. Crazy good. What's up, Coffee Crypto, Mr. Lodic Man, Bud Thompson. So a nice pattern, man. Really, really nice how it developed. I mean, you gotta love the wick too. That really made it look symmetrical. There wasn't much time to take an entry. Limit buys would have probably been good, but even if you went with the very lowest point wick, you wouldn't have had it, would you?
Happy Thanksgiving. Today I'm thankful for turkey, beer, and TA. Happy holidays, chat.
Bruh.
Hey, J-Mob, man, thanks for the elite contribution, 1337, and I'm also grateful for those things, dude. Big time, alright? Thank you, brother, man. What's wrong with my voice, man? Was it all the turkey that... I don't know. My voice sounds weird tonight. Okay. Are y'all getting that too? So anyway, yeah, we're just talking about J-Mob, that inverse head and shoulders with a wickage. You know, it's like a higher wick. Didn't hit the bottom exactly, but dang near the looking left. Support resistance back from 2018, that for sure. So, okay. So it seems like there is more room to run to the upside for Bitcoin if market participants wanted it to rise based on knowing Fibonacci, right? That's what you should have gotten out of that. But it's the same analysis I've been giving since that reversal, right? I mean, since even before this impulse up, this $400 impulse up, you know, when we were still down at the 7s on the 69s. Retraces, right? You have a sell-off, you hit critical supports while you're extremely oversold. Huge spikes in negative Momo. You reset the oscillators. You get to the common retrace levels doing that on the daily. And then you reverse at those common retrace levels. And then you sell off to a double bottom or a lower low. And at that point, you could start seeing the development of bullish divergence on the oscillators. And that's when we could be kings. All right. So, and that's like how you just size it up, man. It's like, who cares if it's getting its automatic rally right now? It's not a big deal, right? It's just the X, A, B, C, D stuff, possibly, right? It could be both, JJ. Probably both. I mean, the humans are the ones that program the bots. And the humans use patterns all the time. I mean, technical analysis, it is empirical. There is empirical evidence that technical analysis plays out on Bitcoin all the time, okay? Especially on the daily. And you know, like if you're a regular viewer, like we don't even have to really, you know, go into it, but I've done this a couple times, and it's just like, Bitcoin in 2018 was like beautiful, dude. It was just the ups and downs were so wonderful. So it was like, look, you made a low, lower low, and I think on the 4-hour you had divergence, and then so you got that move up, the retrace, and then dumped again, and then look, you made like another level negative Momo, and then once more, and then you got that triple MACD bullish divergence, and I guess some support, and you bounced. And then look, like up here, a high on price, and then about the same high, maybe even a slightly higher high on spot, you know, like the candle close. And then you had lower levels of positive Momo, and then look down here, a low, and then a lower low, and even a slightly lower low too, and then the divergence, and then it broke to the upside because impending price action reversal to the upside, and then it was just like a high and a slightly higher high, and it's like lower levels of positive Momo, lower levels of relative strength, right? And then you dumped again, and then look what happened on the way down, right? A low, you just kept making lower lows, and then your negative momentum just got almost inexistent at critical supports. It was looking like, right, a support area, and then you broke to the upside and created an inverse head and shoulders, That's technical analysis, right? Inverse head and shoulders. You make a low, the lowest low, then you rally, and then the divergence is why you rally at supports, and then you create that right shoulder, and then it's like, hey, that's the confirmation, that right shoulder. That's where people taking their entries. And then boom, break the upside. Measure move was hit, and then on the 4 hour, there's like a broadening top. Measure move was hit no higher. This was like the only time in 2018 where there really wasn't much of a bearish divergence on the daily at the top before it reversed. But you just got to think, like, from the previous high to low, you would hit a 61.8% retrace. You know about the 618. Reversals happen there on Bitcoin all the time. So it was up there, and I think on the 4 hours, probably showing bearish divergence anyway. And then you dumped, and then the rising wedge formed, and the same thing. There was divergence on the 4 hour, indicated, you know, at a critical fib node, the reversal, you know, impending price action reversal. Boom, got it. So, you know, it was just like, you can't even argue that technical analysis doesn't work when we have like clear evidence on the charts over and over and over again, right? And don't even get me started with back here, right? After the sell-off and the accumulation period with the 786 retrace, really the 141.4% retrace from this B to C. I mean, right? It's nuts. It's freaking nuts. And you should be grateful for technical analysis. I surely am, right? It's been such a cool thing to just, I don't know, man. I dig it a lot. Apple or pumpkin pie? Well, I don't, you know, I mean, apple pie is cool. I normally do pumpkin pie over apple pie, but I mean, just for the memes, you would think apple pie, just because of Apple, the stock, killing it, and that bearish butterfly, still creating it. We don't know when it's going to top out, whether it's the 1414 or the 1618, but it's coming at some point, man. We're getting kind of deep in those fib extension areas. Okay. Apple Pie Connect. Tryptophan is what's in turkey, makes you sleepy, and voice may be affected. Oh, Buddha time, man. My voice is so affected by this turkey, man. Oh my god. Holy crap. So what's tomorrow? Is it a full day tomorrow on the stock market? I can't really remember. Half day, full day. Excuse me. So it seems like, yeah, so 28th, of course, is off, but it seems like it's going to be a normal day tomorrow. Okay, cool. You know what I'm talking about? Well, what? Okay. So, you know, the futures, S&P futures, breaking out of the uptrend, pretty wild. And while you're breaking to higher highs, you know, you exceeded the 1414, the 1618 is like 3184. But the divergence, man, is just so, it's getting so bad now, right? It's just getting so apparent. Like now on these higher highs at these fib extensions, you're getting like just barely anything, right? It's just barely going anywhere. It's so weak, man. So you got to think, like, on a breakout like this, it's talked about in David Weiss's book, you know, these channels, when you break them to the upside, a lot of times you false breakout and you break back into them. That's like disgust. And I wish I knew what page. I will find out, man. I know I've read it in that book, and so it's interesting with all this divergence and breaking out of a channel that you've been in and started its development in May. You think that is possible here with the futures candle? It's It's back testing the area that was once resistance as support now, but not much bounce off of that yet. So it's almost a man, but you know, right? If you're a fib extension man or woman or child, well, if you're a child and you're a fib extension person, you shouldn't be trading because it's not legal till 18, I think. So anyway, you know from your previous high to low, this is the reversal area, and you're above halfway to the highest point of that reversal area, the 1618 at 3184. But where the 1618 is from this high to low, you also have this high to low. This was the September of 2018 to December of 2018 correction anchor points. You have a 1414 fib extension, so you have some sort of confluence, it seems like, up here, right? There's more fib extensions. There's not, we've broken all these, so the next fib extension truly is at like 3180 something, 3183, okay, or 3184, my God. But how do you get there with this much bearish divergence going on with the MACD? It's like PPT Connect. I mean, they're just gonna be like,
look here, look, listen.
We're gonna keep pumping this price up. You cannot effing stop it. That's what they will say. Okay. Hello, chat? Are you there? Can you hear me? Anyone? Is this thing even live? I don't even believe if it's live, man. Okay. Thanks for the 207 people here. If you're enjoying the live stream, that like button, that bell, that sub. It's all good, dude. Dude, seriously, I can't even believe that freaking egg bowl, man. That's just so wild how it played out, man. Just like, what? Okay. So, good old-fashioned golds. It's been Kang for over 6,000 years. Most of the time. And it's still just kind of correcting, man, right? It's making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, kind of double bottoming here. And truly showing a little bit, just a little bit of bullish divergence on the daily, right? It's not much, but it should be noted here the way it kind of is, right? On kind of both oscillators. I know you didn't create a new island. You almost did. You got to almost neutral and started building again, and it was like nothing, right? Dead chat.
Bruh.
I'm still grateful for all you. Y'all amazing. I don't care. Like, it's like, really? Chat's dead on Thanksgiving? Oh my God, I'm the most surprised person ever. I literally am just coming on stream to say hi. Actually, was at my parents' house, all the family, and then like had my cousins and a sister and her husband all came over to my place, and we just hung out. They were just hanging on the couch. I didn't feel like going live, like with them here. That should be weird. Spending time with them is good when I can. So yeah, they got to see the setup. It was a cool experience. Hold on, is this even working? No. Oh my God. I don't think it matters that much. How could it not get the broadcast? I don't understand. Dude, come on. Wait a sec. Really? I gotta test this real quick. It doesn't look like it's working. Gotta be kidding me. Based on what? It was just working. Dude, I'll lose my mind here, okay? Lumia, what have you done? pay good money for you to work, and you're just not working. Great. Says it's on. Okay. Whatever, dude. I guess I can't get it to work because it's stupid. I'm gonna have to restart my computer. It's like the only way to make it work or something. Yeah, I couldn't get live broadcast. Great. Thanks, dude. Yes, it is junk, dude. It's possible, Andreas. It's possible. Like, nothing's like impossible the way things are going, right? Everything's weird. Okay, and Europe's already paved the path for that stuff, right? In the West. I mean, think about it. You know, the way we're chipping away at the interest rates now, like that's the padding we'll need when the big recession actually comes. What happens when we've run out of basis points to cut? When the rug gets pulled, which it will, based on the history of the stock market. There's always recessions that occur, market corrections, big moves down, 2-year-long bear trends, right? Those things occur. It's part and parcel of a free market. You're gonna get them. So we keep going down, you know, to keep propping the price up. When will it end? Maybe it won't. And maybe it's understood that negative rates would come. I don't know. So gold, big reason why, you know, for what you're talking about, dude. Gold has been in an accumulation mode for nearly, you know, well, that's 3 years. Accumulation mode for gold, 3 years. Central banks buying it up. They've been buying it up like no one's business, man. Okay. So when the system fails, they'll have all the gold they need, man. I mean, it only took 2011 to 2017 to get out of a downtrend. It's a long-term downtrend, man. That's awful. All right, but look before it. All right. Overall bullish, overall bull trend. So it's rounded out. The complex slanted inverse head and shoulders pattern. Prophecy came to be with a neckline break around 1350, and you ran straight up pretty much to the next available resistance looking left. The story that we've told this over and over and over. 1532, and that was kind of expected. I mean, like, if you've been watching, if you've been a viewer and you've been watching the analysis on gold and silver, like the story is the same thing over and over and over. Accumulation, you broke out of a downtrend, blah 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 blah. For since I've really been creating content, okay. So I mean, the technicals line up with the fundamentals pretty well on gold. So that's what's created just such a big move up, and now you're consolidating just like you had done in the past. Just like you had done in the past. That's not really much consolidation, but it's a retrace. It's more like X, A, B, C, D stuff with like a kind of, it's almost like a cipher, but they were kind of too close together. Man, that's so good to look X, A, B, C, D. That was like a 786, 886 right there, man. Like, I don't care if it's double top. Okay, so are you flagging, correcting? How far are you going to retrace? Well, based on what we know about Fibonacci, you know, gold is at its first retrace level that's common. And this could retrace all the way down to 1375, and it wouldn't even be weird. But you got to like how good this consolidation is. I mean, and you know, we're talking about this crazy market that's being propped up for re-elections, all that stuff. Don't be fooled and think that powers that be don't know that they're stupid and they're not preparing for what's to come. Okay, they are preparing based on gold, which is the natural hedge against, you know, kind of the stock market. I mean, that's it, dude, right? The stock market and the system we know. But then there's crypto, which is kind of like supposed to be maybe a hedge against all this, even golds. Okay, the whole system. That's what crypto is kind of there for, to further diversify your portfolio. But extremely speculative and infantile. I mean, holding Bitcoin is, there's nothing wrong with holding Bitcoin in your portfolio. People say you're crazy to not hold at least 1% of your whole net worth for the crypto. 1%, man, right? Having that included in everything else you've got. All right. Impossible equals I'm possible. Wow, Freedom S. Peach. That's the most motivating thing I've seen in my entire life.
Bruh.
Do I think this might be the last hoorah for what, Andreas? Stock market? I don't know. I mean, like, you can't time the top. You can look at the monthly time scales. We can look at the S&P on the monthly, I guess. But, we were showing bearish divergence, like 2 months ago, and we just hit the bottom of the wedge and rised up to hit the top now, and we're kind of breaking it finally. It's crazy. Look, this is the S&P. Look at this. I mean, you've broken the wedge, and now you're about to hit the 1618 fib extension from this July 2019 high to this August 2019 low. Right? You're about to hit the golden mean ratio from your pretty much previous high to low. So monthly, real quick, man. I mean, you look at this, dude. This is crazy, right? Market expansion connect. Oh yeah. Big time. Look at this. So far on the monthly, it's a bullish Mara bazoo. Okay, no wicks. Just from the beginning of the month to Thanksgiving, at least, there's been no selling pressure, really. It's just been all up on the monthly. Crazy. Even kind of gapped up. Yeah, you definitely gapped up right here. You see that? I mean, candle close 3,039, right? The new month opened at 3,050. That's a small gap, man. That'll fill at some point. I don't know when, but that'll definitely fill. That's an everyday gap, we call that. There's only 3 types of gaps. The Gartley gap theory. 3 gaps. The everyday gap that fills almost all the time, right? Like 70+%. I think it's 88+% chance of filling these types. And then there's the breakaway gaps, and then there's the exhaustive gaps or exhaustion gaps. And that's clearly neither. Okay, that's not an exhaustion gap or breakaway gap. So it would lead one to conclude that it would be the everyday gap that'll, has the highest percentage chance of filling, pretty much the quickest rate. Okay. I take that back. I mean, I think that and the exhaustion gap probably the same. Exhaustion gaps are like meant to be reversal indicator, like an indicator. Sorry, man, getting exhaustion gaps with a bearish Japanese candlestick would be nuts, man. Anonymous user, I don't know, man. I don't think any of that crap's going to make the market move. Dude, what kind of news lately has really driven the market? I mean, how often we hear about, oh, this news created a sell-off. It's just like, it's all like technical, man. All the stuff happening on Bitcoin. I mean, I hadn't heard any kind of, this move made this happen in like a year and a half. Really. I don't know, man. I mean, on the daily, if you look at it, it's all technical. It seems like. Okay. Dude, I don't know. I mean, like, I looked at the charts yesterday, but unfortunately the stream got taken down for some random song in the playlist I played. Was, Merlin, and that's like a record label or whatever. And it blocked me on my stream in all countries. So, all the stocks or charts I looked at yesterday got just kind of like Validated. Look at this, man. Square on the monthly. Is anyone seeing? This is the first time I'm looking at this. Square on the monthly. Because the daily pattern is so magnificent and so beautiful. And look at it, man. At a critical support area, kind of. Well, on the monthly, kind of on the monthly. Definitely on the daily. You're bullishly engulfing like to Jesus, man. So again, the top of the range, monthly, weekly, daily, is going to be 82.64 no matter what. The daily. Old square, man. Can it continue to rise? Market conditions have been so freaking good lately with all the rate cuts. Look how you engulfed the previous candle just yesterday, 69.65. I think it closed the day at 69.69. I think it's showing the few cents down after hours. Let's go, man. Disco Danny, how am I doing? I'm doing quite well fed. Family interaction, extremely satiated with that. It was a great time to see everybody, to commune and share our legendary stories together while watching some college football. It was a good time, man. Real good time. That's right, Aaron Z. That's why you gotta watch the live stream. Well, some people just, hey, man, people got stuff going on in their lives. It's a big deal. Like, if my stream gets taken down, it sucks, because I think there's normally a lot of, education in all the streams. If you wait long enough, you'll find something. Eventually, we'll get into a zone, right? I get into that stream zone, I get out of the chat engagement and get back into the charts, and, some people can learn some things. That's good stuff. So, Tish, happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks, Jonathan. Britt, you too, man. Yeah, I think a lot of us had a good, happy Thanksgiving. Crypto Kitty did. Thank you for that. Look at some chat. What's up, Stay at Home Kangs, man? That Hitchcock style video. Yeah, that was embarrassing. I'm so stupid, dude. I was like, y'all have to understand, I was coming down with like a really bad fever during that, all that video. Man, I was like kind of rough the whole day, and it was already hitting me. But man, you want to talk about destroyed. That's like at that time when I was getting ready for dinner. If you were on that trip and we all went out to dinner together, you knew if you watched that Hitchcock video, that was me getting ready for that dinner. And so I had to leave halfway through the dinner because my fever was so high, and I felt so sick. And Probst had to get me back, escort me back to the hotel room. Yeah, man, that was rough. Getting sick in Vegas on the 10,000 sub meetup. Hate it, man. It made me kind of sad in pants, but it's kind of my own fault for the beer pong at the bar. Gross. Don't ever do beer pong in Vegas. Talking real college beer pong. Don't do it, dude. Too much bacteria there. You'll get sick.
Mitch here with my family. You and the Bluetooth speaker cause you part of family.
Hey, Elliot Urbina, thanks for the $3.80. Just 2 cents off the 382 fib retrace. Well, thank you so much, Urbina family. Y'all are amazing. It's truly an honor to get to stream in front of not just one person, but maybe a few. And I know a lot of streamers can't do that, right? A lot of streamers are stricken to, hey, one person watches and the rest of the family can't or won't, based off just many reasons. And I don't know, man, just you saying that's cool. Thank you, dude. Okay. I couldn't make it out to the rooftop bar party. Oh, Brad, don't even rub it in my face, man. Those pictures were insanely good. Oh. Rooftop bar party at was it the Rio? If my memory does not betray me, Bradford, the Rio. When Batson, man. Oh my god, where's my cell phone? Going right, like, past my head. That was hilarious. I loved that. It should have been like that the whole video, where it's just like floating around behind me, and I'm just like oblivious, like, because it was in my backpack, right? So it was just me being stupid the whole time. But I was just paranoid because my previous Vegas trip 2 weeks before it, somehow my cell phone disappeared. Like my third cell phone disappeared. Sucked, man. Had to get a new one. Not really that cheap. Yeah, Rio Connect. Nice. What's up, Sith Tentacle? Happy Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Thanksgiving to you, man. Seriously. Okay. So we got stuff going on, man. Things going on tomorrow, man. So take another, what was it? Yext we can. The active trade going on, man. Let's go with Yext. 38% retrace, looking strong before Thanksgiving. But will it have the turkey hangover, the beer hangover, the everything hangover tomorrow? It might. It just depends on the macro, I guess. Where futures are kind of iffy right now. Yeah, William James, always wash your hands before you go number one. Yes, absolutely. What happens if Vegas stays in? Never mind, you brought it back to Alabama, man. Well, it doesn't matter where you bring it back to, right? Yeah, couldn't help it. Bacteria got me, dude. Enjoying this nice IPA on this starry, crisp evening. It's not even crisp. I wish it was. I could say it's a crisp Thanksgiving evening. It's like 60 something outside, so whatever, man. I don't know. Is it that cold? Or that warm? I don't know, man. No, it's like 50. Okay, never mind. It's 50. It's cold-ish. Don't drink from the cups, at least hold a beer. Exactly, yeah, freedom of speech. You would just play beer pong and put water in the cups like I think Brad and Logan like recommended we do. And I was just like, no, man, let's put our immune systems to the test. Famous last words. All right. So this does have more room to run if you look at it as a textbook Garley, right? Only hitting the beginning of the golden zone, and you're not even overbought, technically. You're just sitting at 68.78 hot, but not too hot yet. Plenty of room to run. Well, not plenty, but a decent amount of room to run, right? You could see 1876, the macro holds up. It could be real good pre-X'd, but this is one that you could definitely print out, frame, and then put on your wall, and then do artwork to it and be like, oh yeah, this is a fantastic bullish Garley, man. A little happy bullish Garley that doesn't complain about anything, man. It just does its job. It just happens, it forms, and we move on to higher prices. Okay, little Bob Ross Connect. Whatever. Caffeine, you had a good time? Excellent, dude. Glad to hear it. Kyoto Wave says happy Thanksgiving, USA. Thank you, man. Very thankful for all of you. And my family. Man, I mean, what else is there to be thankful for besides like just having an incredible community that's got my back and having a wonderful family? I mean, dude, that's it. Being thankful to be able to live stream to y'all. It's just great, man. $28 degrees in Vancouver. Dang, Aaron, man, is it snowing at all? Because that would be cool if it's snowing. You know, it's Thanksgiving. Right? I don't ever get any weather. A couple of years ago, there was a tornado on Christmas Day where I live, so that was good. Yeah, you get the weather down here is just weird. Okay, then we can move on, man. Far-fetched, man. Is it still doing it? Oh my god, again. Bullishly engulfing. Y'all remember Far-fetched? I wonder if did some people give up on this one? Okay, because it broke out. It was great, but then it like sold off again. And then you got yourself, I don't know, it like broke support, and the next day just earnings. Earnings saved its life, far-fetched. And it's just been rising. Oh, it's, you know, sold off a couple days and then just sideways, and now it's going up and it's about to break to its highest point. I mean, on candle close, it's already done it, right? Highest candle close since earnings. So this one, though, you don't want to look out because of how gnarly it is. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. So you think, like, man, just think about a gap fill. A gap fill that's like up at 1824. Could this asset ever hit the gap fill? That would be insane. But measure move of this wedge, you're almost there. You're getting closer and closer. Getting back there. You fried a turkey last year. It was amazing. Bobby Snakes, man. I figure you would be a snakes man. But if you are Bobby Snakes, you might be a snake person. As in, you are a snake. And you would never want to eat another snake because that'd be cannibalism. Hello?
Bruh.
There is no cold, just an absence of heat. Do we pay for cold? Yes, absolutely. During the summer? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Of course we pay for cold. Okay, and we talk about far-fetched. And we talk about what Disney, man, had multiple discussions about Disney, about Mandalorian at the Thanksgiving dinner table that hit a 1272 fib extension and no higher, and it does seem like you'll be filling this 149.73 gap some point soon, right? I mean, it's an everyday gap, not a breakaway gap. It's not an exhaustion gap. Well, it actually might be an exhaustion gap. Good God. A lot of volume came in to get you up there. Yeah. So that means it could be timber. This is your high. This is your low. This is your fib extension, like the 1272. So I don't think there's any kind of, maybe there's a XAB. I think that's too deep of a retrace to be a cipher, right? No, it's not. Oh my God. Not cipher, but a shark, right? Because 113% though is as high as it should go, right? Barely close enough. And then you go up here, right? So 113% is right there. But, you know, it doesn't have to be a conventional harmonic pattern for it to be XABCD, right? We know that. We've seen it all the time where you get like just different types. But these things are good to keep us understanding kind of how extended, how far we are, right? I mean, like a 1272 could reverse there and fill a gap and go back down lower. Or, you know, you just think about it. Could go to the 144, 1618, whatever, man. But that's where the major reversal could occur. You can't tell me just because it's not a conventional harmonic that it's just going to do this, right? I mean, whatever. Yeah, right, dude. It'll still reverse at one of these fib nodes, fib extensions, at least relatively well, and maybe hit a 236 or a 382 minimum. So that's Disney kind of doing stuff unconventional. That's not IG-88, Aaron Z, and that's not Boba Fett, okay? IG-88 was destroyed by Dash Rendar and Shadows of the Empire. Get your facts straight, bud. Okay? Okay. Anyone know about Dash Rendar? If you do, type 1 in the chat. If you don't say anything. Okay.
Bruh.
Disney Connect. Baby Yoda. Mandalorian. Everything. Fantastic. Oh, chorizo. Y'all remember? Chorizo, man. Look at remember the falling wedge? Anyone remember this? And all the divergence we had and how you still couldn't break it. But look how you were trying to break this demand line, and now you're getting back above it, kind of. That's good. You gotta adjust the Fibonacci now, though. Right, can you believe it went even lower now? Music stop? Are you kidding me? Can't believe this. Right, so I guess things can change. Really, it's like 50%. And then the line, hey, man, I have one contact in, so don't get mad at me. So eventually, like, that's where, once this pattern's ready to really reverse the upside, if it does, I mean, these are the targets to the upside. All right, it's looking really good still. All right. No way, music's not over. Hello? We're okay, man. We're okay. Jeez. Alright, man. We're just looking at things. Not even getting a request, just getting radio silence. Is anyone out there? Oh, definitely no one. No. Okay. Well, 51 minutes. I'll stay live to at least the 1 hour mark, and then we can call it quits. Okay, we're almost there. So nice stuff. Carrizo oil and gas it looks like getting ready to maybe reverse the upside majorly. At least for the trade before it reverses to much lower prices again at some point. Okay. Okay, so Sprint hanging in there, man. It really is hanging in there. Where it had all the divergence, it was ready at a 786. It ran up, it really did reverse and sold off to a lower low again. But now maybe, it's like an 88% retrace doesn't make it. It doesn't mean there's more value down at those areas. And so if you're telling me you're down an 886 with bullish divergence, triple MACD bullish divergence, even more than you had before, and then you're showing it on another oscillator, man, you would gain confidence to believe that this could play out, right? And making the adjustments already to the new swing low, you would see that the common retrace zone for this, asset, in this pattern would be between $6.52 and $7.11. So still plenty of room to run, but again, probably gonna hold. Macro is probably gonna have something to do with this, for sure. This is a bullish cipher. Could be, man. Music's too loud. Holy crap. Deep breaths. Close your eyes just for a moment and say out loud what you're thankful for. And just breathe, okay? Lower that blood pressure just for a little while. Okay? Let the charts calm you down and the music. Dude, I can't get the audio levels right. Sorry. Wow. All right, we're good. So just take heed of the exhaustion that continues to be evident on Sprint. The exhaustion for the sellers as it shows up on the RSI just recently. Very good. You know, it's funny. We were looking at Dell because it was reporting earnings, and it, I think it lowered guidance. Yeah. Awful, man. Never really showed this one on stream yet. But I guess it's a good time that you see that you, from a low to high, probably had an 88% retrace, if not lower, or more than 88%. You know, and you reversed. Great. And earnings. Catalyst. And as you can see, you've dumped on earnings on high volume. And you're back below some sort of neckline of a potential pattern, which is not good at all. You're not even oversold yet. The earnings were just, I mean, a couple of days ago. Oh my god, dude. Craft Brew Alliance Incorporation. Or Incorporated, excuse me. Sorry, dude. Had a couple beers, so I'm just chilling, man. Just wanted to make my presence known, keep the streak alive, man. Just trying to stream every day, right? You know, just doing all I can to be live, even if there's, you know, holidays going on, right? So again, you know, I don't know. Falling below this is very bad, and technically, and you can get back above it, great, but could just sell off more. Okay, very weird. Dell, not looking too good. Remember IQ we looked at, dude? I'm talking about insanity. Talking about a 95% retrace from the low to high. Created that inverse head and shoulders pattern. Well, the potential inverse head and shoulders, because you haven't broken the neckline yet, but if you could, measure move could put you all the way up to 25.52. It's a big if, right? It's always a big if the pattern will become real or not, because we see it a lot where it creates, or it's getting close, and then it sells off to much lower lows. So you just got to think on icon. Look, man, support area, right? And this is an area where reversals occur, or start and reversals occur. So let's see if we can, if IQ can break this and hit its measured move, the potential pattern would be beautiful. Not overbought. It's very nice, man. A lot of good things out there. Everpedia, what is that? I thought it was Ike or something. Ike. I don't know, man. I don't even know what I'm doing right now being live. This is crazy. Oh. Alright, man. Made it 58 minutes, and we'll do the local on the ace. Alright, man. Bitcoin 74.61 from when I started the stream to now is down like $10 or something. $10 or a donkey or something. Okay, I don't know. It's also below the 25% trend line of the equidistant channel, as you can see with this the touch points when we anchor here and here and here. You can see kind of how we're hitting it like we've done before, right? It's been respected very well. Very good. So again, you know, on the 4 hour, really the topic is a pattern that has developed at critical supports with a divergence that ushered in the beginning of the pattern, and we have not hit even a common retrace level at 78.47 yet. Could be something that will happen or not, I don't know, but I'm just telling you this zone is the major reversal areas, and this is the measured move of that pattern that is now real, based on the fact that it had a neckline, and now we're back testing the neckline that was once resistance as support. So it could climb higher. There's no bear stubbornness on the 4 hour yet. Okay, that's a good thing. Alright, we good? Everyone up to date, up to speed on Thanksgiving Bitcoin? Good. Alright, man. So I made it to the hour mark. Just wanted to be here for you. Because I know like a lot of my audience is not from America and they don't celebrate Thanksgiving the way like kind of we do in America. So they're still very important, man. Alright? So I will just be back tomorrow sometime. So until next time, respect the TA.
Turd nuggets.